My Bridge Project by Kathrine H. That's me. Seven main bridges and their definitions: beam bridge, arch bridge, cantilever bridge, suspension bridge, cable stayed bridge, tight arch bridge, and truss bridge. What is a beam bridge? The beam bridge is the most common bridge and has horizontal beams that are at the end of each side. Arch bridge. Arch bridges were made out of stones or concrete, and the materials constructed out of these materials were short. Modern-day arch bridges are built out of steel and concrete. The arch is supported on either end by supports called abutments, and the weight of the load is spread out evenly across the arch. Cantilever bridge. A cantilever is a beam supported only on one end. Some cantilevers are built with two cantilevers. One cantilever is built on each side of what needs to be crossed and they meet in the middle. Other cantilever bridges are made with a series of cantilevers. Suspension bridge. Suspension bridges are bridges where the rodway or deck is suspended by cables. The main cables are attached to towers at each end. The wires are spread far apart so that the weight on the deck load is spread out equally. Suspension bridges can span longer distances than any other types of bridges. Suspension bridges are often built over waterways, so tall ships can travel under them. Many people think that suspension bridges are visually pleasing. Cable-stayed bridge. Cable-stayed bridges have one or more towers. The towers have cables, also known as stays, that connect directly to the bridge's deck to support it. There are two basic designs. One design is the fan design. Cables are suspended from one spot at the top of the tower and fan out. The other design is called the heart. The wires are suspended at different locations along the tower. Tied arch bridge. Tied arch bridges combine features from beam bridges and suspension bridges. They are used for crossing over smaller spans such as rivers. As you can see in the picture, there is only water under the bridge, or you can call it as a river. It's only a small body of water. Truss bridge. Truss bridges are the strongest type of bridge. A truss is a structure whose parts are put together to form triangles. Straight steel bars are used to build truss bridges. Why did I choose to do beam bridge? I chose to do beam bridge because it has some advantages. One advantage is that there are many ways to build a beam bridge. Also, beam bridges are known for strength and very durable. Disadvantages. They start to sag as they age and poor aesthetics. Here are examples of beam bridges. You might think the one in the corner is not a beam bridge, but it actually is a beam bridge. Information on my beam bridge. I took 5 to 7 days to make the bridge. There's exactly 184 popsicle sticks on my beam bridge. There are 25 different parts to make my beam bridge. Here are the parts I used to connect all the parts together. 3 times 22, 4 times 11, 2 times 5, and 16 times 4. Answers: 66, 44, 10, and 64. My hypothesis. At first when I was doing my bridge, I thought that my bridge would hold. But when we were starting to test our bridges, I was thinking that my hypothesis was wrong. Surprisingly, it did hold. Testing pictures. First, I tested pencils and a shake. Passed. Then I put 2 pounds in the basket. Also passed. Next, we put in the basket 8 pounds. Still passed. After that, that was a requirement. 10 pounds. Successfully passed. Just to let you know, the pictures that are in the box next to the text are in order. So, I can tell you the order. First, pencils and shake. Then the 2 pounds are there, but you don't really see it, but it is there. Then next, two Kool-Aid boxes equal 8 pounds. So 1 equals 4. So we added the 2 together to equal 8. And then we took the 2 pounds and put it in the middle of the Kool-Aid boxes to hold it, and my bridge is successfully passed, as you know in the text. Definitions. Durable. Durable means how strong something is, or how sturdy something is. Aesthetics. Aesthetics means how it's decorated or what something looks like. Sag. To sag means to droop or hang loosely. Meet the team. Kathrine H and Skylar. Skylar's my best friend. She helped me on the project for a little bit. That's the end. Thank you. Oh yeah, I also wanted to shout out for Ms. Taylor. Thank you for helping me.